Hello and welcome back to another episode of Handy Dandy Repairs, Profit or Loss. Today we have a PS5 disc edition. I believe it's a no power, but just looking at it I can see it's been taken apart and not put back together properly. So I'm not going to try and power it on at this stage. Let's just go to the overhead here. Let's turn that light on. Turn that one off. So we can see this piece of plastic here isn't clipped in properly. Yep, the covers aren't on properly. We're missing the piece around here. So it's obviously been opened before. So before I do anything, I'm going to open it up and just check for anything obvious. Make sure no screws have been put back in the wrong spot or anything like that before I even attempt to turn it on. You can see we're missing a whole bunch of screws. So yeah, let's get this torn down. Ooh, that is not the right screw. See, that is the pointed screw. That goes on the back side. Just based on where it is though, I don't think it would have done any damage. That's not the right screw for there either. That's not the right screw for there either. A little bit dusty, but nothing too severe. And as I said, no damage would have been done there because that's just the empty void where that screw goes, so that should be fine. That screw shouldn't be there. Gonna check the ribbon cable because that screw also shouldn't be there. And it looks like they've damaged the antenna here. The board's not sitting correctly. It's sitting up there. It needs to be shifted over a little bit. So hopefully all these screws haven't put too much damage or too much pressure on the board. So I'll just show under the scope real quick. You can see this little locating pin here. If we press down on that, see the board shifts over and aligns itself where it's meant to be. We can also see with this pin here that the whole shell assembly isn't aligned correctly. So yeah, just going to have to keep going and keep disassembling. No obvious signs on the board of any work having been done, any soldering work for example. I don't see any flux or anything anywhere. The UART pads haven't been touched. I really don't see any flux anywhere, which is a great sign. There's a bit of a scratch through there, but I don't think it's done any damage. So far it looks okay. Little bit of a dry spot on the APU, nothing major though. And give that a bit of a dust off while it's out. But also, I want to check the power supply. We need to replace this antenna because they've damaged it. So I'll show you under the scope there as well. So there's the damage to the antenna there. So I'll replace that. So first things first, let's get our multimeter up on the screen. And let's check this power supply. Well, I heard a crackle. So that gives me some hope. But we are not getting 12 volt output. Just make sure my leads are good. My leads are definitely connected. Back to DC voltage. And 0 volt, nothing out of the power supply. Interesting. So we're going to rip that out. Going to find a replacement. So I should have here. And we do. I've got one there. I need to find an antenna for it though. Okay, I've got this antenna here, which is not quite the right one. You'll see the cables are a bit too long, but it's the only one I've got lying around, so it's going to have to do. We'll just have to route them in a way that's going to be a bit neater. Okay, before I go any further, I'm just going to check this power supply and make sure this is all good. Should be, because it's in my parts box. Wouldn't be in my parts box if it didn't work, I wouldn't think. There we go, 11.98 volt. Perfect. So I'm just going to quickly power this off the bench supply just to make sure we're drawing normal current. Let's quickly check for shorts in a few common places, starting with the power supply, the 12 volt. Not shorted on the 12 volt. I'm just going to use this as a ground. Check some of these rails here, some of these common rails. That's fine. Check around at 3.3. So far, so good. It's fine. Should be around 30 ohm. That's memory here. That seems fine. Check some of these around here. Everything seems fine. So let's give it a quick standby 12 volt. And check that up on the screen. And let's go. Around the 300 milliamp. Drops back down. That seems perfectly normal to me. Get the board in. Now, like I said before, these are a little bit too long. So we can just tuck them around like so. Hopefully they'll be okay. No screws go in this, but we make sure our antennas are tucked underneath it. That way we don't accidentally put a screw through the antenna. Beauty. So we should be right to test this. Just gonna turn the TV on. I might just pop this back off so I can see the light a bit easier. Try and power it on now. Stayed on, that's a good start. Do we get a white light? We do. Got an image. That's fixed. Nice easy one, just a power supply, gotta love that. As well as dealing with all the other missing screws and poorly assembled components. But yeah, that was a nice easy fix, I like that. So I will get that restored and factory reset and whatnot, give it a full test and that. But that should be fine for now. So let's have a look at the spreadsheet. So I ended up selling this here for $70, so lost a little bit of money, but at least I managed to get it sold. So today we've got a PS5 disc. I paid $200 for this one, and I have actually already sold this to a friend of a friend for $350. It cost me $0 in parts, and now I can sell this Slim here. I was actually holding on to this Slim for the friend, but his budget is limited, so I'm going to sell him this one instead. And if you're in the Australian market at all, you know that the prices of these have skyrocketed. So I think I should be able to probably get around $600 or more for this Slim. So that would be very nice, but we'll have to wait and see. So that's it for today's episode. If you have any comments or anything, leave them down below. If you like what you saw or you need anything repaired, links are in the description, and we will see you in the next one.